be the team. Let's be the team here. Hi, which school is it from? We're from St. Patrick's Secondary School, Asansol, and I'm Shamik. And I'm Puspen Dasgupta. I'm sure there are no double-decker buses in Asansol.
Video clip was from 2003. 22 years later, Asansol does have a double decker bus. Now let's have a look at a different clip. Before I show it to you, I want to talk about a famous YouTube channel, Served with Andy Roddick. Andy Roddick, if you don't know, is one of the most famous American tennis players of the modern era. He is not the most successful American tennis player by any stretch of the imagination, but he certainly is more successful than other mere mortals who also have YouTube channels like yours truly. What I find frustrating about watching Andy Roddick's YouTube channel is that he does not do a play by play commentary of what was going through his mind. He does talk about his matches, but he does not show the footage of his matches while he's talking about them. I remember him talking about his match against Rafael Nadal at the US Open. He did not show any live footage or any recorded footage of the match for obvious reasons. I will be showing some video clips in this particular YouTube video, and I believe they fall within the fair use policy because I will also be analyzing them and talking at length about them. So let's check out this clip. It is about a buzzer round where you will see three teams competing to qualify to the next round, and I'll come back to it.
On daggers called Jambias. Clever boy, Don Bosco. It is the rhinoceros. I must confess, this is a fascinating quarterfinal. Which of these Raj Kapoor starters was also released as the Vagabond? This is for St. Patrick's. Avara. Avara. Who? Yep. In 1902, which American president adopted White House as the building's official name? Who's gone for it? Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan.
Theodore Roosevelt.
Theodore Roosevelt. That's a great answer. Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan from Hyderabad. Cricketer's daughter. Buzzer? No. Which cricketer's daughter? Someone's gone for it. This is dangerous stuff. St. Patrick's Asansol. Brian Lara. You want to complete the question as well? Which cricketer's daughter is named Sydney? This is telepathy. This is brilliant. St. Patrick's Asansol. Pull off a miracle.
So, how did that miracle happen? The purpose of showing an extended clip was to demonstrate that all three teams were highly competitive and all three teams were answering questions. It's not like only one team was answering correctly. So, the key to a good performance in the buzzer round is quick thinking. Sometimes it is even anticipation. So, in some quizzes, you have this rule that you have to wait till the question is finished. If you press the buzzer before the question is finished, you're not allowed to answer the question. This quiz was different. You could press the buzzer before the quizmaster finished asking the entire question, but the rule was the quizmaster will stop. He will not finish the question. You'll have to answer the question with the information you already possess at the time you press the buzzer. If you are right, you get plus, I think, 10, and if you're wrong, you get minus 5 or something. So when the question was asked, at that stage, the team from Asansol, St. Patrick's, and the team from Hyderabad, they were tied on the same points. Whoever would answer that last question would qualify to the next round. Whoever would fail to answer the question would most likely be eliminated. And the team from Hyderabad were answering every question correctly. They were on a roll in the buzzer round. So when this question was asked, the person who pressed the buzzer from St. Patrick's, this person had heard this question before, way back, I think when he was 10 years old. And I think at that was 3 years before this event. And he knew that Brian Lara's daughter's name is Sydney. The question that he had heard was which cricketer's daughter's name is Sydney, and everybody in that quiz contest where he had heard the question originally was guessing Australian cricketers' names. Then a hint was given. This cricketer is from West Indies, so people started guessing all West Indian cricketers' names, but people hardly could name Brian Lara because Brian Lara at that time was quite young. I don't know why Brian Lara's name did not come up. People guessed Curtly Ambrose, Courtney Walsh, other West Indian cricket legends, but Brian Lara's name came up towards the end. So this guy who answered this question here anticipated the question and answered the question, remembered this question because it was not easily answered in the quiz contest he had attended 3 years prior to this particular event that I showed you a clip of. So when he saw the three options were Brian Lara and two Australian cricket players, he knew this question had something to do with Australia, which probably did not have an obvious answer. And when the part of the question he heard was which cricketer's daughter, he immediately thought daughter, cricketer, Sydney, other Australian players. All of this fell together very quickly. And the brief pause that the quiz master takes when he asks buzzer, no, and then he repeats the question, that gives the person more time to think. And at that time, you're really thinking very, very fast. And that's how he came to a calculated decision that this is Brian Lara and this is the question, which cricketer's daughter is named Sydney? So that's how the miracle happened. How do I know? How am I able to read the mind of that person? The answer is quite simple. That slim, dark boy you see on the screen who answered that question in an audacious manner was me.